Hello and welcome back to this series, where in the last episode... Wow, I can't believe you're already interrupting my video, that's very rude of you, sir. In the last episode, I left off in the mesa, where we were going to harvest some terracotta and maybe pillage some mine shafts. But I am a very big dummy, and the video kinda imploded on itself. Like, I finished rendering the video, and I was in the middle of uploading it, but I deleted all the files associated with the video because there were just a lot of files that I got for that. But because I deleted all the files, the video wouldn't upload, and I had cleared out my recycling bin as well, so I couldn't even get the video back. So there was no episode 10. Well, there is an episode 10 because this is episode 10 right now, but the original episode 10 is gone, and this is episode 10 now because I'm a very big dummy. I mean, it's not like much happened anyway. I basically just went around the mesa collecting terracotta. I mainly just talked about Pokemon the entire time, so like, not exactly the most exciting thing, but I did find some more mine shafts. I got a couple diamonds and some name tags. So for today's episode, I actually, almost got you a peek of my new house that I built. So I'm going to actually do a speed build of my new house, and building this house was actually a little difficult. I'll go into that as the speed build commences, but yeah, I hope you enjoy it because that speed build honestly took quite a while to build. So here you go. Hello and welcome to my very first ever speed build that I've ever done. That was a bit redundantly said, but wow, this is going off on a terrible start. I've not got like a script for this video, I'm just kind of freeballing it as I go along, so apologies if I make bad commentary during the speed build, but I've never done one before, so I guess we'll see how this turns out. So, building this house took way longer than I originally anticipated. Like, I'm pretty sure I built it over the course of 3 days, and the reason that happened and why it was so difficult to build was because the world that I had originally built this house in corrupted, and all the photos that I took of this house, like all the close-up shots so that I could replicate it in other worlds such as this one, also corrupted. So the only photos I had to rely on were 3 photos from my Tumblr that I posted like last August, so almost a year ago. And those photos weren't exactly the best photos in the world because they weren't very close up, so I had to like try guess most of it, like for the spacing and how far apart each block was and whether something was a slab or a stair or a full block. Like with this fireplace, I could not figure out what the bottom of the fireplace looked like, so I just kind of guessed it, but I think I got it correctly anyway. Building the roof of this house was also a nightmare. I don't know why I had built such an intricate roof. I mean, it's not really intricate by any standards. It's intricate by my standards, but I'm very terrible at doing roofs. As you can see, I'm having a bit of trouble on this roof because I couldn't really figure out what shape the side of the roof was. Like the hinging. No, not the hinging. What is it? The railing? No. I forgot what the word is, but yeah, I couldn't really decide what it looked like, so I just kind of like designed it myself on the spot. I am very terrible at building roofs, but honestly, who isn't terrible at building roofs? As you can see, this house uses a lot of terracotta, which is why we went on that massive, well, it wasn't really that massive, which is why we went on that 3-episode expedition where episode 3 didn't happen because I'm a big idiot. And it also uses a lot of birch. It honestly used a lot more terracotta than I thought. I actually had to cheat myself some more terracotta, which, oh yeah, this part. Turns out I used the wrong the wrong kind of wood for the railing, and I also found my first group of pillagers in this world, so of course it had to happen while I was in creative, which I guess was pretty lucky on my part. I used the wrong type of wood for the skirting of the roof. It was meant to be oak wood instead of birch, and I really did not want to have to go back and do that all in survival again, so I just kind of went back into creative and changed it out manually, so I hope you don't mind. Also went into creative and gave myself some scaffolding to make the roof part of this build a lot more tolerable, which I got rid of after I finished building, so don't worry about that. The central tower of this house was also very difficult to judge where I was meant to put it because there was no real indication of where it started, since you can't really see inside the house in the photos that I used, so I had to guess that as well. I originally built it 3x3, but it turns out it was like 3x5, so I had to tear it all down and redo it. Ugh, why can't I speak today? So I had to tear it all down and rebuild it back up. And I also had a lot of trouble on the staircase that goes to the top room. I couldn't figure out where it was meant to start and end, and I also couldn't figure out whether I used slabs or stairs, but I think I got it in the end. I apologize if you can't see the building very clearly. I'm not sure why, but it just seems very blurry, like motion blurry. I'm not sure what happened there. I think it's because I was going really fast. Like, all clips combined, this build took about 2.5 hours to build on camera, which I had to condense down into like 12 minutes. So apologies if it's really blurry. I just really had to speed it up in order to make it fit into the video. So the next challenge was to figure out how to actually do the roof of the top pillar. It was nowhere near as difficult as doing the main roof, however it still presented some challenges because I was very high up and I was working with stairs, which usually makes you fall if you place it incorrectly. I had some trouble on the windows as well. I couldn't really figure out what the shape of the outside of the window was supposed to look like, so I just kind of freeballed that as well, which I seem to do a lot in this video, so this is pretty much an original creation, let's be honest. At this section, I finished the roofing of the main house. No, not the main house, the main tower of the house, which next left the chimney, which I was absolutely dreading doing because that chimney looked like a monster and I really did not want to do it. I don't know why I had made it such like an intricate shape for the chimney. I also had a lot of trouble like fitting it into the actual house because it kept clashing with the roof, and I had to guess where I had to place the stairs in order to maintain the shape. So that was a little difficult, not gonna lie. It took about 3 Minecraft days in order to actually get it out working as intended. I also found another set of pillagers, which kind of just watched me build, which was a little creepy, but you know, I don't mind entertaining an audience, as they say. Okay, so now I had built the main house, I had built the chimney and the roof. So the next part of this build, I'm pretty sure was just decorating, like putting the fireplaces into the chimney and also using trapdoors and buttons to line the outside of the houses to give it a little bit more depth and a little bit more texture. I'd also forgotten to make the back patio area, the back roof. I'm not really sure what it's called, the awning, I guess. So I had to actually quickly take down that section of the roof to rebuild it, which I wasn't pleased with, but you know, I got there in the end. I'm not too happy with the shape that came out with it, but I don't know, it's fine for now. It's at the back of the house, you're not meant to see it really. The next part of the build was to line the outside with leaves and to place some bushes outside just to make it look a little bit more interesting because it was just laying on barren ground. And the next part after that was to actually build the canopy that I actually put my bed in, which was challenging in itself because it uses a bunch of trapdoors and those are really finicky things. And I also had to fix the outside of the roof next to the bedroom since I have a window there that I forgot about, so I had to curve it around the window to make it fit and look cohesive. And I also struggled to find out a good layout for the bedroom because I just felt like it looked a little bit awkward with a crafting table in the wall or at the foot of the bed, so I just kind of had to play around with that to see what I liked the best. So we're nearing the end of the build now. I had taken my first diamond from the old house and put it up in my bedroom, and here we see me fixing the outside of the upstairs window, which I put a flower pot in, which just acts as a little decoration, something nice to look at when you look outside the window next to my bed. So here I wanted to mix in a bit of sandstone stairs with the birchwood just to give it a little bit more texture and to make it look a little bit less bland and flat. I also wanted to put a little beacon on top of the house, which comprises of yellow glass and some glowstone, but unfortunately we haven't gone to the nether yet, so I couldn't actually make the glowstone to put inside of it, so we're going to be going to the nether soon in order to actually do that. I'm thinking episode 20, which is when our next expedition will be, which will be to the nether. Hopefully, if everything goes to plan, we'll just have to see. So now I'm gathering flowers for the outside flower beds outside my window, and with that I'm pretty sure the build is done. Isn't that just amazing? Isn't it amazing, Delilah? We finally have a house. This build took way longer than I expected, which I had explained in the speedrun? No. I've been watching a lot of speedrun videos lately. Yeah. This speed build took a lot longer to make than I thought it would be. So let me give you guys a tour real quick. So this is the front door, obviously. This is where we enter the house, Delilah. Look at her just walking away. She doesn't care at all. So this is the main area. We have a fireplace here. I'm planning on building a kitchen here with all my furnaces, my smokers, maybe a couple blast furnaces, but I think I want to build a forge nearby maybe. I'm also planning on having a couple barrels to act as storage for food and stuff. I might put a couple bookshelves and maybe some plants. This is the back door to this area, which I don't really have any plans for just yet, so I guess we'll see with that. I am planning on building a basement sometime soon, maybe in the coming episodes, which is where I'm planning on putting my storage space and also my brewing setup when we go to the Nether, of course. So up here, we don't have anything in here for the moment. I was planning on putting a bunch of flowers and stuff in it, but I'm not quite sure. Right now I might put like a shelf here and display some things, and then up here we have my bedroom, which is very, very cute, if I am to be honest. I really love the roof that I did, that I made out of birch trapdoors, and this is the little bunk bed, little bunk area with my bed, my first diamond, of course, a bookshelf, crafting table. This is the chest with all of my valuables. So, and this is the balcony, which I can use to look out over my land. Alrighty then, that's a safety hazard. But yeah, that's just to look out over my land to see what's happening. It'll look a lot better once I actually start building in this area a little more, maybe like patch up all the holes and, you know, just have a lot more builds going on. So for the rest of this video, I'm thinking maybe we should tear down this ugly little hideous thing that I used to live in, that I am disgraced to call my old house. And we should also move all of my chests and stuff into the new house for when I decide to actually get around to building a basement for my storage compartment. So, what do I want to move first? I should probably move this bed. Maybe this valuables chest I should move first, if I can carry everything, which I cannot. Oh geez, I'm going to have to hurry before all of that despawns. Get my chests on my hotbar so I don't waste any time. My storage can just go here for now. I don't really need a kitchen at the moment, so that's not really on my list of priorities right now. And there we go. I should also put my bed somewhere. I'm just going to put that there. You know, not that I really need one. I already have a bed, but it's just good to carry around when you're out and about and it turns night and you don't want to be absolutely massacred by mobs around you. So we also want to take my slightly damaged anvil and all of my furnace eye. And my one smoker. I should probably also carry a little bit more stuff. Maybe my mob drop chest. If I can carry it all? Yes, I can carry it all. And I got a couple advancements out of that, so that's pretty swell. I absolutely love that. Next. That goes in there. This all goes in here. That go in my valuables chest. Furnaces can go here for the moment. Smoker, blast furnace, other way around. Put it here for now. Stick some coal in these furnaces for now. Go back and get some more chests. I also need to move this in, which I'm not looking forward to because there is a lot of stuff in there. What do I need next? Let's just get these two, if I can carry it all. There we go. I don't know which chest was which, so this is just going to be my nature chest. For all things nature, this is going to be my miscellaneous chest, for stuff I don't really need. And last but not least, we need you. My blocks chest, which I don't have enough room for, of course. So school started again for me, and I'm absolutely loving it. That's a complete lie. I'm actually hating it a lot. You know, it's only the second day, and I'm already very tired. I have no motivation or energy to do anything. I have assignments due that I haven't done. It's just a big mess. Can I plug that hole up? I don't have any dirt on me. It's a shame. I should also take this crafting table with me. But yeah, school started again, and I'm not happy about it because it feels like the school break only lasted a very short time, even though it lasted 2 weeks. It just feels like it didn't last any weeks at all. But it's fine, I can get over it. So what else do we need now? I'm pretty sure that's everything in my house, so the last step is to actually tear down this monstrosity of a build. Sorry, Koi Shack, but you served me well, but it's time for your demise. You served me well. We had many great memories. Many great adventures started here. However, your rent is overdue. You have not paid. I am a scummy landlord that deserves to be... I was going to say deserves to be killed, but I think that's a little bit dramatic. I'm a scummy landlord that doesn't care about your circumstances, and unfortunately I'm just going to have to remove you from my vision, my sight. Very sorry about it. Almost done. Delilah, what are you doing in there? Get out of that hole, you silly girl. You got no business being in a hole. Oh, wait. I mean, I did kind of put you into a hole for a couple days while I went and did some other stuff. So I'm very sorry about that. She probably hasn't forgotten. She's probably traumatized from it. But, you know, life goes on. You'll get over it, Delilah, I promise you. And there we go. Wow, this space just, like, opens up, doesn't it? I really need to plug up that hole because that is bugging me. I'm probably just gonna... Yeah, there we go. And boom, the evidence that there was ever a shack is gone. Well, kind of. I mean, you can kind of see the dirt imprint that it left, but don't worry about that. Shush, you don't see that. So last things last is to pick up this stone cutter, move it inside, and then I'll have to move in. Wait, just put that there. I really need to build like a clinic for these guys. That's what I'm planning on doing. I am also planning on playing a couple episodes in the village to like level up the villagers and their trades, just to see what they have, to see if there's anyone of use to us. Imagine if Meat Boy ends up being of use to us. Could you imagine? You know, that's a little mean. I shouldn't give Meat Boy such a hard time. I mean, he did kind of offer up his house for us when we didn't have one. Not by choice, of course. I kind of just moved in regardless, but, you know, we used his home for a little bit. The least I could do is praise him a little bit for that, so. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah. I want to play a couple days in the village just to look around, see what the villagers have, you know, level them up a bit, and I'm planning on building a clinic in the future where I can take zombie villagers and treat them there and then rehabilitate them into the village. I also want to build like a wall around the village or a fence of some kind just to keep the villagers safe from pillagers, which doesn't seem to be a problem since I only ran into 2 groups of them so far. All that occurred within building this, which is kind of strange. And I think with this batch of chest items, I think we fully moved into our new house. Isn't that exciting? I'm so excited for this. I spent so long building this, and it better be worth my while. I'm actually really proud of this house. This is like, I'm pretty sure I've stated it many times, but this is like a house that I didn't have any assistance for. It's something that I just kind of made up myself, and I couldn't be more proud of the result. Oh, there's meant to be a flower in that flower bed. I missed that. Let me just get one of these real quick. Alright, you empty flower bed, I'm coming up for you. You thought you can get away from me, huh? Just live your life as an empty flower bed, is that what you thought? Boom. I don't know why there's a window there if there's not actually like a room that you can access right there, but you know, it's fine. So, with that, I leave you. I have fully moved into my new house, and this unlocks a new chapter in this series, because now we have an official base. So, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye! Delilah, you pushed me, that's not very nice.